Okay, what's up, Hootie? So I just played a bit of quick play until I got like a payload defense. This is on Reach 66, obviously a little different of a map than Dorado, but I think the principles still apply, which is just like I just want to look at how I'm using payload as a form of pressure. And I think that's maybe the answer to your question. It's like it's a form of pressure, it's not the only one. Like obviously the biggest form of pressure is damage onto someone you can kill and getting a kill. That's it's not just pressure. That's like it's like a step towards winning the fight, right? A pick. Another thing would be threatening to kill someone um, who you can kill. So I'm standing here, and there's a guy like over there or something, and I can boost at them and kill them. Right? I'm putting myself in their boost range, and like I don't know, hiding here, right? That would threaten this life weaver. So that would be some pressure. And you do that by like rotating around a map and stuff. You'll see me use that a lot. And then the other thing is payload. Either attacking or defending if I'm standing on a payload. They don't want me there. And so sometimes I'll just stand on payload if I can't think of anything else better to do and just force them to commit some resources to kicking me out of there. Yeah. So anyway, right now I'm getting information, just trading my matrix for information. So they're like Widow Hanzo. It's not going to be very effective at demacking me, right? I also hear the Malga by now. So I know in that matchup, like, he has range on me. I can't just let him spam me for free. But I also want to just reserve some matrix um, for when he goes, haha, and lights on fire, basically. And if I can matrix him when he does that, he's pretty, I wouldn't say like hard counter him, but pretty good into him. I can just kind of stand on payload and he can't damage me through matrix. So if I ring around to Rosie him, like and you like use my matrix and then use cover to get my matrix back, I can pretty much just stay in mech indefinitely. Yeah. So this is kind of where I like to set up to begin. Mainly, I don't want like this Hanzo up here. I'm protecting big Earls here because the payload, once it gets here, it just goes through line of sight of big Earls like the entire way to the end. So as long as we keep control of this, it's just very, very strong. Um, I'm also up here because I don't want them to like go through this tunnel and get this flank on big Earls, yeah? So this is kind of the easiest way to control access up here. Their other option here is coast, right? Which is kind of exposed. And then their final option is this like flank tunnel with this mega, which is really useful for you too. So being up here, I can kind of maybe see if someone's going down flank. I can wait for the payload to get close. I can just drop down and like pressure payload and use this cover. It's really good because of this like circular thingy. And also have like a good idea of what's going on behind me. Yeah, that's kind of the thinking here. So for now, I'm gonna be up here. If tanks like higher ranks, they'll come up like this tunnel all the time, like a Ryan or something like that, as Zarya. They'll walk up here, and I'll usually fight them using this cover for a bit. Force them to like pop a bubble or use shield or whatever to take this cover, and that's when I'll drop down. And either pressure objective, which will get them to drop down, and I just boost back up and retake the high ground. Or I'll go decide to do something else, yeah. But right now I'm just kind of making an initial read. I'm just trying to get attention away from my team onto me. This is all just kind of provisional. So now I decided to drop down. Mainly because I see this Hanzo is taking an angle where he can shoot, like where I know my team is. I would say it's like a little early. I could have just waited for this payload to come around a little more, and I would have had like a better cover situation from especially this Mauga. But I'm also like the Hanzo is not looking at me. I'm not too worried about a Widow demeching me, so I'm not. And their supports don't do a ton of damage, so I'm not super worried about getting demeched here. Yeah. I'm really just trying to pressure the Hanzo away from that area. And you'll notice, like, I go to him a little to get him to back off, but I'm pretty quick to bail, right? And that's like the little float. Not quite perfect. I could have landed on this high ground maybe, but I'm trying to decide what to do here. I'm going to kind of see what's going on, and I think I'm thinking maybe I'll just go back up to this high ground. Once the Mauga leaves, though, I'm just going to stand on payload and kind of make them try to push me away. I have this matrix. See, I'm just like sitting here. I see the Mauga come in now. I'm pretty worried about getting overrun as this payload moves out. They'll have like 2 angles on me. But the main thing is I'm just trying to kind of force their team into these lines. See how they're all trying to shoot big girls here? But that also means they can get shot, like by my Sojourn, by my Juno, right? I guess by my Life Weaver. But so I pressure for a bit, and now I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm going to come up here. I don't really want to get in a fight with this Mauga with his supports on him and stuff. So I'm just going to try to separate his team from him, because now he's a little committed around a corner. And you'll see, like, I'm willing to give him payload here because it pulls him away from the team. I'll try and kill this Widow. I don't think I'm going to, because there's, like, all 4 of them there. Trying to get him to look at me. And then come back here to just, like, protect my team a bit, try to decide what to do next. I know also we have a respawn coming back. You'll notice, like, I can contest for a little bit here. You can contest from the top of big girls. Do you see that? Like, I'm close enough to the edge there that I'm contesting the payload. You see the 1 in the score thing? It's a little stronger when you can use the sign for some more cover, like back here. This is like, I haven't played a whole lot of Overwatch recently, so some of the mechanics are not perfect in this replay, but I thought I would maybe illustrate. And now I just come back, right? I contested for a bit. I got his haha out. I used all my matrix. I'm almost going to lose mech. I probably should have bailed a little sooner. And I just went up here because now I'm trying to get them to turn around. And you'll notice, like, they all see a low diva. And now they're all looking at me, right? And my team just cleans out the rest of the guys. I come around through here. I just think I can get in line of sight of someone. I don't know specifically that this Juno is here. But I figure someone's on big girls, so I just come back out. And now I have this nice little flank on Mauga. As long as I keep them turned at me, I don't really care if I get the kill. And now we're going to reset. So now I kind of know, like, there's no one really who can knock me off of high ground that effectively. Like, Hanzo can do it if he takes a risk. Their tank can't come get me, so I'm going to just chill here for now. But this is a skirmish. I don't really intend to fight this long. I'm just trying to keep their team back from their Mauga, because I notice he's sort of aggressive. Yeah. I come back to payload. I just want to get a lay to land. Now I come back here again, and I'm looking for some sort of drop down or a kill on the support. Here we go, we get it. But you might notice like it's yeah, 3v4. And Mercy went for the res. See, as long as I'm back here in time, to contest the payload, I don't really. I'll let it ride a little. Yeah. And now we're just cleaning up. So now I know that payload is back there. That's where they need to get to, right? So I'm just going to come back here. I'm chilling. I'm going to see which way they go again. So it's sort of like these different checkpoints. Like, I'll come back to you. This is what I'm talking about. The like, the tank coming up through there. I probably could have just dropped down through here. I wanted to maybe force this Malga through a tunnel into my DPS, although I didn't think they would be stupid enough to like walk forward into him. It's quick play, I guess. So I try to save him. They switch to Mei. And that's when I'm like, okay. There's definitely more than a few guys up here. Like, there's the tank, there's probably another support, there's the Mei I saw. This area's got to be soft. So I just go where they aren't, right? And now I think I'm going to look and see if I can, yeah, get behind him. Now I've like, I got that pick. They've gotten a pick. They want to go to payload. I've gotten a pick. I brought them all, yeah, to chase after me, and I just go get the Vega and reset again. I didn't like this Lifeweaver grip there. I know. I'm just pressuring him because he's in front here. I probably could have heard that Genji. But again, like, I'm giving them some payload. And then I just keep coming back up here. Yeah. Try to kill this Mercy. Should have killed her. I'm trying to get into the beam. I don't know what's going on there. I see this Genji. Again, micro is after his deflect goes, yeah. Now we reset here again to high ground. Again, like, payload's all the way over there. If someone goes low ground like this brig is going, like straight to payload, I do have a guy on it. I'm keeping track of that. But I'm not worried about getting back there in time. If I can keep 2 or 3 guys like away from payload, it's kind of a win. I see that ult. I can't do anything about it. I try to matrix my Pharah there. This is just target prio. Like, brig shouldn't be this far in. I don't know how she got on a block there. You see, I'm just like throwing these melees if I can't track someone. Here, I just come in. I know the Mercy is going to be body blocked, so I just stand in this door. Just making sure he doesn't get a kill. That's more important than killing him quickly, and that's the game. But yeah, I just wondered if that would maybe highlight like yeah, sometimes I contest objective, and I especially do it when I don't think they can push me off. Like, I'm like, you guys can't do anything else till you get me off the objective, and especially because I know, like, I know I'll be able to get away. I know I'll be able to live. Um, and the other thing is just like when you see a read where it's like they have a fair amount of dudes committed, it's always a question of like where is the empty space I can go to in order to create some pressure. I'm the most worried about keeping pressure up, if that makes sense, or setting myself up so like right when they're walking the payload, that's when I like draw down and try to kill someone and create like a lot of pressure really quickly. So payload is like a tool to do that, but it's not the only one. It's one of the things you can do. So like on that Dorado bridge, usually off the rip, like when they're coming up, I just sit payload because the cover is so good. And I'm just like, you guys really need to mean it. If you want to force me off of this, you got to spend some cooldowns or something. And then I'll go wherever it's empty on that high ground, like behind the bridge, or back towards my team, or something else, like up the stairs. If I see someone there, or go on to someone that's too deep. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I hope that helps.